Hey guys, Bishmii back again with another video. Bow, you know the vibes. And today, FBL Season 2, this is Week 9. Now, going into this week, we are currently sitting at 5-3 after our 5-game win streak. Pretty sure we need to win this one to confirm playoffs. If we lose, then it is a chance that we may miss it depending on whoever wins or who loses. So hopefully, we can win this last battle of the season and get into playoffs. This week we are going up against Frandy and the Washington Why Naughties. Shouts out to Frandy for picking up this team after someone dropped it. Frandy has Annihilate, Iron Moth, Dekantera, Grimmsnarl, Dondozo, Staraptor, Hatterene, Jolteon, Bronzong, Mudsdale, Chestnut, and Colossal. So now let's get into my team breakdown. So first of all, they do not have a normal type. Well, they have Staraptor as their only normal type to switch in to Gengar, and they also have Grimmsnarl. Now, Grimmsnarl isn't gonna like a Sludge Bomb, so we're running the Sludge Bomb on our Gengar. We got the Life Orb so that we hit anything hard. Gengar is also one of the naturally fastest mons in this game, aside from Jolteon. It's speed ties with, I believe, Iron Moth and what is that other mon? No, it's just Iron Moth. Yeah, Gengar speed ties with Iron Moth, or it might be a little faster. So just ran the max speed Timid so that we can hit everything. Next we have Serena running Rapid Spin, Reflect, U-Turn, and Power Whip. Now, no Synthesis because most of Frandy's threats are physical. The only special mons that they have is Iron Moth and Jolteon, and Colossal if they run the special. But Serena should be able to sit in front of those a lot, or just U-Turn on the things that it can't sit in front of. We're running the Choice Specs Sylveon this week with Hyper Voice, Side Shot, Quick Attack, and Shadow Ball. That is a great moveset to hit every single thing on Frandy's team. We brought the Choice Specs Hyper Voice in order to Revenge Kill Annihilate, so that we would pretty much OHKO it. If it's max HP, max special defense, I wouldn't want that thing to start like setting up on me and going crazy. Next 3, we have Zapdos Galar with the Choice Scarf. Frandy does not have a flying type switch-in outside of Jolteon and Bronzong, but Jolteon and Bronzong, well, Jolteon isn't going to want to take 2 Terra Flying Brave Birds, first of all. And Bronzong, I could easily just click Thunderous Kick or U-Turn on it. What I am nervous about is that Dondozo running max HP, max defense, that thing is going to eat anything. But that's why I'm running the Thunderous Kick. If I could catch it in on the switch-in, Thunderous Kick it, and just Thunderous Kick it down to death, that would be great. Next we have Goodra Hisui, max HP, max special attack, Draco, Dragon Pulse, Flamethrower, and Flash Cannon. Now, Goodra is the main answer for Iron Moth, which, like I said, is their main special attacker. I mean, they have Hatterene, but Hatterene shouldn't be able to touch Goodra or Sylveon too much. So we got the AV just so that we could sit in front of things. And last but not least, we got Lycanroc with the Focus Sag. This is going to be my lead. I want to set up the Stealth Rocks because their only way to get off hazards is with Rapid Spin Colossal. And I'm pretty sure Colossal would get smoked by like 2, if not 1 Excel Rock from Lycanroc. So we got Taunt just in case they lead off with Bronzong and want to set up any hazards. Or if they try to start setting up with Annihilate, we could just shut that down right then and there and click Taunt. And then we have Endeavor to bring anything to the 1 HP after we get hit to our Sash, in which we could just Excel Rock after that. So I hope you guys are looking forward to the battle. Alright guys, so this is post-game Bishmii here, and I don't know, my mic was off during the recording, so here we are with the post-game breakdown, I guess, voiceover, whatever. Alright, so I'm going to change my score on the left side and the sprites for my team in a bit. We decided to lead off with the Lycanroc because they brought the Mudsdale, and I would like to get a taunt off. Also, if they hit me, I'll go to Sash, and then I could just click Endeavor, which is cool. I also have Excel Rock for the Staraptor, and I also like to get my rocks up since it would force them to Rapid Spin with Colossal. Now, I will say, leave a like if you guys haven't already, subscribe if you know. I will say this, I made a lot of mistakes, and I'll be getting into those as we play the game. I mean, as the battle goes. So, we get off with the Staraptor, right? Obviously, cool, nice lead. We go Lycanroc. Lycanroc is naturally faster than Staraptor, so I'm like, cool, we could just set up our Stealth Rocks, be our Focus Sash. If they go for a CC, we will be fine because we're Sash. As they go for the U-Turn, that is revealing to be Scarfed because this thing is slower. They go into Annihilate as we just get up our rocks. Just fine. We have a max defense Sylveon with that's choice specs. You guys know with Hyper Voice, you never know like what type of set this is gonna be. They just go for the close combat. That does like a good chunk. That's about a third, and we aren't leftovers, so that is like non-recoverable health. They don't have a switch into Hyper Voice besides Iron Moth, and Iron Moth isn't really gonna like 2, so we just go for the Hyper Voice. They bring in the Colossal. It's gonna take 25% from the rocks. I'm gonna hit the Hyper Voice, boom, and that does a lot. But it seems like that was a crit, so I'm like, alright, bet. I believe I just switch out to my Goodra because I'm not sure what this thing would want to do. Like, it might want to set up rocks, rapid spin, Willow, maybe special. Like, I actually wasn't sure what this thing was going to do, so I just go into my Goodra just to be safe. They go for the Stealth Rock. I'm like, okay, that's fine. They don't have a Dragon type switch in. So I got two options here. Either I drop the Draco or I just go for the Dragon Pulse. And I just want to play it safe. I'll go for the Dragon Pulse as they stay in. We get some good damage. I did about 20, I want to say. So I'm just like, hey, I could just click Dragon Pulse again. It should kill. If not, then when they switch out, I'm pretty sure this thing dies to rocks. So I want to say I was thinking about clicking the Draco Meteor on this turn. Like in retrospect, I should have, because no matter what they went into, I would have had to switch out anyways. They go into Annihilate for free, and I mean, I just hit Dragon Pulse anyways. Dragon Pulse, it does about 20, like the same amount as Colossal. If I dropped the Draco, I would have gotten a lot more damage off. So I decided to stay in just because I don't think Sylveon could take 2. I'm pretty sure if I switch into Sylveon would get 2-hit KO'd from the percentage that, especially after taking rocks. So I just go into Sylveon after Goodra dies, hit Hyper Voice again, and then they send in the Mudsdale. Mudsdale is going to take the rocks chip, and then we go Hyper Voice. So it does about like 45-ish. So I'm like, okay, I should be able to kill with this Hyper Voice. Like, what is it? Mudsdale took like 10%, went into the yellow, and then it's going to live on 1. This was a terrible turn from me. They go for the Heavy Slam. Now, I want to say that when Goodra went down, I could have easily gone into Zapdos and clicked a better attack, like just to revenge kill the Annihilate, or maybe like 2-hit KO anything. After Sylveon goes down, we just go into Serena, forces out what is it? Yeah, the Mudsdale forced out. We just go for the Rapid Spin, trying to get off the rocks as they make a great play and go into Annihilate, getting some good momentum for their team because they block my spin. I can't really do much from this position. Also, I want to say that when even with Sylveon went down, I could have went into Zapdos to then click like Brave Bird, you know, just to really force something to die or just get off great damage. I played this really passively. Like every time one of my mons died, I didn't go into Zapdos to really get some chip off on anything. Like, as we see, I finally bring in the Zapdos on a U-turn as I read the Dozo switch in and go for a Thunderous Kick. Now, this was a great bring out of Frandy. The Dozo was Covert Cloak, so Thunderous Kick isn't going to lower the defense. So now I'm just like, well, Zapdos can't even 1v1 Dozo now. I go into Serena on the Dozo because Zapdos isn't doing anything to it. Bring in Serena as they just go into Annihilate. I believe I went for the Reflect this turn. Oh no, I just go for a U-turn, try to keep some momentum. After the U-turn, I'm like, yo, if I go Zapdos, they're just gonna go right back into the Dozo, and this is where it really sucks that my Sylveon is dead. As they just bring in the Colossal this time on my Zapdos. I just went for the Brave Bird. I went for the Terraflying Brave Bird actually because I just wanted to get some good damage off on Dondozo. Like if they switched in Dondozo that turn, I believe I 2-hit KO it with the Brave Bird. After looking at the calcs. But I will say after Terraflying my Zapdos, it kind of put Zapdos in a very bad situation because Now every time I come in on rocks, I'm taking 25 damage. If the dozo is in front of me, then I'm gonna be getting hurt by the recoil on top of taking the rocks. So I'm like, yo, I gotta get these rocks off eventually. And where I think when the rocks were set up on me, I was like, yo, I gotta try to rapid spin these off very quickly. I will say this is like the first time that I had to deal with hazards in this way. Versus Frozeno, I kind of deal with it pretty well because their only ghost type was Spectrier. I also want to say that I could have gotten off the toxic spikes with my Gengar sooner. Like when Goodra went down, I could have went into Gengar to revenge kill the Annihilate, and they most likely wouldn't have wanted to stay in, so I could have set the toxic spikes. As you see, the Dozo reveals rest after I Brave Bird it. Yeah, like that's what I was saying, like 2 Brave Birds would have winded up killing Dozo, and I mean they just have the rest though, so that's actually super annoying. We see rest, sleep talk, liquidation. They get the defense drop as I switch into my Serena, because I knew Serena could take it. Gonna recover a little bit with the leftovers. I wish I had what is it, I wish I had synthesis here, but I guess it's fine. They send in Mudsdale to die to the rocks. I'm pretty sure I just go for a reflect this turn. Yeah, I just set up a reflect as they're still just blocking my spin. They block the spin by sacking Cho. Well, they blocked the spin by going Annihilate, blocked it by sacking the Mudsdale. Here they are going to bring in their super special attacker, the Iron Cheeto. And I'm just like, okay, what am I even supposed to do against this? I don't have a switch in now that Goodra is dead. I just decide to throw out Gengar. Yeah, I switched out of oh no, actually skipped the turn. I think Iron Cheeto KO'd Serena with Flamethrower, and then I went Gengar. Now Gengar is in full health. I go for the Sludge Bomb because I figured they Terra, but I'm not sure what the Terra was gonna be. I get a crit on a not very effective hit, and they just go Flamethrower again. I thought Gengar was gonna live, but it just got obliterated. So I'm just like, hey yo, is that Specs? So reveals to be Specs Iron Moth. We just go into the Lycanroc to revenge kill it. This is something that I should have been doing way earlier, like just bringing something to revenge kill. Sadly, we do not even kill it with an Accelerock because, you know, it's not very effective, and Lycanroc goes down. I mean, I could have just gone into my Zapdos, but I don't 2-hit KO the Dozo with Zapdos, so it was just like, man, I go for the Brave Bird. It was looking really rough. It was a really rough game. Could have been different had I just decided to get in my offensive threats sooner. Like I feel like I took too long to bring in Zapdos and Gengar. That would really break, like especially when Sylveon went down. I was just like, oh man, like what am I supposed to do here? I could have sacked Sylveon sooner anyways, because you know I have the revenge killer in Gengar and Zapdos. So I'm telling you, if I got the Toxic Spikes up sooner, I would have been able to maneuver a little bit better. You know, it might have forced Frandy to bring in that Iron Cheeto sooner so that I could potentially get out the way. We just go for the terrifying Brave Bird on the Dozo as they just sleep talk the liquidation. I'm pretty sure that's what they roll. Yep, sleep talk, liquidation, and boom, that's going to be it. So yeah, we did miss Iron Moth killing Serena, but I mean that was pretty obvious. I didn't really have a free sack there. So yeah, GG's to Frandy. Definitely one that I have a lot to learn from, and hopefully we can bring it back in the playoffs. That we did make it because Danny Mac